Welcome back, everybody, to what very well may be the last episode on the Bout Du Monde. It's kind of a... actually... okay, so I take that back. We're gonna finish up the harvest, and then we're gonna kind of gather up the finances, and we'll probably do that in a separate episode as a farewell, you know, driving off into the sunset, etc. type of episode. So, I lied. But, yeah, this will be the last episode of actual substance. But, yeah, in case you're wondering why I have already started the harvest, well, it is because I did something stupid. Which I will tell you about in a second here. Just gonna try to get turned around without backing into a tree or knocking over corn. Let's see. Okay, so there we go. So, yeah, we'll clear this out, and then we'll come back and dump. Let's see. So where to begin? Oh yeah. So basically, I set up Fritzy to do course play to the ETA, which is where we were gonna store all the corn. But when he got there and dumped. And I don't know exactly what caused it, because I was driving the combine. When he got there and dumped, there was a repeating call stack error. So I don't know if that was from course play. I don't know if it was from something on the map. The log showed like it was something from the map, but it could have easily been a conflict. Since I am running a lot of mods, a lot of other things, I don't know what caused that mod. I've never seen it before, but granted, I have never dumped in that ETA area with grain before. So this is version 1 of the map. It very well may have been an error that I just didn't know about. So be sure to check out version 1.1 of the map if you do not have it. Okay, I think that should be basically the last of the end rows, but we are pretty full here, so we'll pick down a little bit just to give us a little bit more of an opening to turn around on. Okay, and there we go. That should do the trick. We'll dump on Fritzy and then we'll take him in. Yeah, so as I was saying, hold on. Switch back to the combine. Put out our auger. Yeah, as I was saying, I recorded and then stupidly I somehow saved that at some point before that glitch happened. But yeah, basically what I thought happened was all my footage was gone, so I deleted all my footage from that and emptied the recycle bin. I don't know why I always have to empty the recycle bin as soon as I put something in there, but it is what I do. And not the best position for dumping, but I think we can make it work. Yeah, so basically I lost the footage that was actually okay. Unfortunately, because it was all in the it was gone from the recycle bin. I didn't realize that I had saved it. I was just going to go back and re-record it all. But with that all gone and this already being, you know, saved, I couldn't do really anything about it. So let's head on over to the ETA. As you can, or no, not the ETA. We'll head to sell this. As you can see, I have, well, not yet. Maybe now you can see the field coming up ahead of us. I have already harvested. That is where most of this grain in the back of Fritzy has come from. I'm so excited for the West Coast. You know, we might have to do an episode or two of, I don't know. We'll figure out to do something if the West Coast hasn't been released yet. But I just can't wait. I'm not even exploring any more of the map. I want to try to save that to show my initial reactions on camera. And I tell you, even looking at the same old views that I have already seen, well, they never get old. And I'm just moving around equipment trying to set up the default vehicles that we're going to use on that map. So it's, oh man, that map's going to be fun. This map has been good, don't get me wrong, but I mean, it doesn't have a view around every corner. It has its fair share of good views, but my goodness, that map is amazing. Okay, so, oh man, I did a lot of talking. I had a lot of good footage on that other episode, and, well, on this episode, but over in the other field, I did so much talking, and I put so much energy into it that I'm a little bit depressed right now that it's gone. I told some really cool stories about how the Navy stole my common sense and why I'm indecisive, and it's a really good story, I think. It's fun, but I don't want to tell it all again right now because I'm a little bit drained, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I put a lot of emotion into what I do, and it's not faked, it's real. It's, you know, not embellished in any way. It's just, I love playing this game, and I love sharing and telling stories with you guys, but it is draining. It does take a lot of energy to you know, it takes a lot out of me. So I think to make things easier, if you guys don't mind, we will go into a time lapse for now, and I will tell that story another day. So stay tuned. We will talk about that on the West Coast whenever it comes up at some point. So yeah, until then, enjoy this time lapse. Thanks, guys. See you on the other side. Well, that was interesting. I didn't know like the back end of the combine raised and lowered there when you folded up the combine. Anyway, that concludes the harvest. A couple things to note. In case you didn't remember from when I planted the corn, I wasn't just curving around the edges of the field like I had a cutting head on. That is actually how I planted the field, or at least how I remember planting it. So I wasn't just, you know, making those curves. The stupid game only registers, you know, cornfields with either the 90 degrees or, you know, or 90 degree texture. It's like there's no actual rows, right? So it doesn't look like I was following what the planter planted with corn. But with row crops, you follow the planter. So that's the path that I carved out of the field when I was opening up the end rows, and then along the curves like that to finish opening it up. Unless I got it wrong, I'm pretty sure that's the path I planted. So anyway, we are gonna just take this back to the farm, and then, oh boy. And that should just about do it for this episode. We still have the rest of the grain to sell. I'll probably do that off camera. And then tomorrow, well, maybe not tomorrow, but sometime this weekend, we'll do a final recap episode selling everything else on the farm. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit sad, but also exciting because we are moving to the West Coast. So, until that final episode, I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and give me a thumb up if you enjoyed, and be fair and give me a thumb down if you did not enjoy. But please tell me why in the comments, just so I know what I can improve on. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Bye.